Morning guys, it's the Tech Prepper. Hope you're all doing well. So all I have time for these days are these update videos. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some mapping, some BBS, and some solar. So right out the gate, I'm not sure I'm supposed to talk about this, but yes, this is a client on the iPhone that is connecting to my BBS via Bluetooth. Not ready to talk about that whatsoever, but there is something in the works just to plant the seed to make off-grid packet communication a little bit simpler. Number two, I've been playing a lot with mapping compass work lately. I've been doing this for years, but lately I've made some changes to my kit with my new interest in amateur radio direction finding. So this is my Hill People Gear SAR medium kit. I use this for trail running. I've been using it now for almost a year. I like how I've got everything configured. Now please know I am a civilian, so I do things a little bit differently. And I think I've got the mapping all squared away. So number one, I've settled on the adventure paper by National Geographic. That paper is defunct, but you can still find them on eBay. And I am printing out the stuff in using two different map techniques for printing them out. The first is CalTopo, which is really nice. I used the UTM scales here. Did experiment with using it in combination with a document protector. This was a cheapie that I had. It worked for my last exercise. You can actually see here that this stuff does not smudge, but you can easily remove it with either an alcohol prep pad or the eraser markers. So really nice about that. And I actually found there isn't too much movement in these cheapies here, so no need for it to be concerned around things moving around on the map. And then I also run mine in this configuration where I fold it in half, mostly because I like to run things in this bag. So was kind of concerned about this setup here, so I found out something new and I came up with this design. So in my chest rig, I want to get to the navigation gear quickly. So in the main pouch, I've got a couple of the Stapler pens. I've landed on the Lumacolor Permanent, mostly because these will not smudge, as you just saw, and they're easily erased with a little bit of alcohol. I do have the eraser pencil, I've got the correction pen. You can actually just use an alcohol swab, as most people have suggested. But, oh, and then I've got the compass right here. So everything is available from my vantage point, just to drop that down. And this is what I came up for my final setup, and I really do like it. So number one, I have an extra alcohol prep pad right here. UTM grid square for doing 1 in 24, 1 in 25, and 1/50,000 scale. All my maps are for 1 in 24. And again, to make it really simple, I'm just using a clipboard here, a small one here that will fit in the chest rig. That's the most important part. And a couple of clips to keep it folded over. These are just really inexpensive binder clips. So let's go ahead and remove that clip. And boom, we've got this thing right here. So the nice thing about it is I found that this heavy duty document, it's one of those morning document protectors, actually works really well. I find that the adventure paper does not move around here. Again, you'll notice that this does not smudge, but if I go and take, for example, the pen here, let's go ahead and erase maybe the 166. You can just go ahead and do that, and then just with your thumb, go ahead and remove it. All right, so that's on the mapping. I think I've settled on that kit. Again, there are other options, but I wanted lightweight, ease of access, quick deployment, and that's what I'm going with. I have opted not to write on top of the actual adventure paper. I just like these for its ability to be very rugged and robust. If I had to, I could write on this no problem, but I won't be able to erase, so keep that in mind. Number two, in terms of the mapping, you'll notice here that this is a custom map. This is not a map from CalTopo. Instead, I have made this map from scratch. A lot of what I'm doing on this channel to bridge tech and off-grid comms is I want to be able to produce all of this stuff without the internet, and CalTopo can go down. So I run my own map tile server. Maybe I'll talk about that later, but I've been exploring GIS and a software application called QGIS. So I was able to build this full map myself, right down to even the declination. So here's a shot of QGIS desktop, and I'm in the layout view and able to drop in whatever map I want. There are a lot of different options. I could do satellite photography. I can do the topographical maps from USGS, you name it, and I can pick whatever grid I want. I was able to decorate everything with the UTM grids on the side here, drop the scale, put my own letterhead here. So maybe I'll do a video of this on the future or in the future. MCOM Tools R4, just putting together the documentation for this, so that all seems to be working nicely. And then last up, there was a company that I evaluated a few years ago called Pale Blue, and was looking at their batteries. I was not sponsored at all. And their CEO reached out to me, maybe about 4 months ago, and he sent me one of these approach panels, actually the larger one, the 21 watt panel. I've been using it for a while, and I really do like it for its kind of just really rugged construction here. The only concern I have is whether this piece will fall off with repeated use. I haven't had an issue. But we just did an exercise where I let someone else borrow my 21 watt panel, and they ended up going overseas and was out panel. So I decided to go and buy myself, or purchase for myself, just the single 7 watt panel. And I actually like this better because it is quite a bit lighter, and I'm using it primarily to charge my GPS watch, my Garmin Instinct, out in the field. So really nice combo. Took less than an hour to fully charge this guy in the sun with only 7 watts. So again, it's not going to do everything for you, but again, my philosophy with everything I do is like, I want simple gear that works with my style of operation. All right, guys, that is the quick high level of everything that's going on. So stay tuned for more stuff. And the BBS video is delayed because of what is now, or what will be available at some point in the future on an iPhone. Cheers all. Happy Wednesday.